When I was a little kid, me and my brother had this black cat named Dutchie, which we kept until my brother developed allergies to cat fur and we had to give her away. Anyway, we didn't have any other pets for a year or so until we bugged our mom for a while and she got us some gerbils. Our gerbils were two brothers from the same litter, and we called them Skinny and Fats. I suppose they lived an average domestic gerbil existence. We kept them in a big glass cage with wood shavings and a running wheel, and sometimes we would let them run around free in our room, although they would frequently hide somewhere and it would take forever to find them. After we had Skinny and Fats for about a year, me and my brother tried doing an experiment. We built a maze out of our wooden blocks to see if they could find their way to the sesame seeds at the end. I don't know if our gerbils were just particularly dumb, but they would usually just sit there licking the walls, and that was about it. Anyway, one day our neighbor Jim Faden came over to play, and Jim decided to find out if you could motivate a gerbil by scaring him. So he kicked a section of the maze over, and a big wooden block fell on top of Skinny. When I picked the block up, Skinny wasn't moving. He didn't look bloody or crushed or anything, but his eyes were closed and he wasn't moving. I tried to wake him up. Skinny? Skinny? Skinny, wake up. And he didn't wake up. After Jim Faden excused himself and left, I brought Skinny downstairs to the living room and put him next to the TV. I said to myself, if he doesn't move by the time the A-team is over, that means he's dead. Anyway, a half hour later, Skinny still wasn't moving, so I went to tell my brother. We buried Skinny the next morning in the backyard. We figured he deserved to have a tombstone, so we wrote what we felt was an appropriate epitaph in magic marker on an old white brick. Now, we weren't too experienced with reading the emotions of animals, but Fats looked pretty lonely to us. He wasn't running on the exercise wheel very much anymore, and he just seemed to be moping around the cage. We felt sorry for him, so we saved up a few dollars and got a girl gerbil to keep him company. We called her Patricia, and she seemed to do the trick for Fats. They appeared to enjoy each other's company and seemed to like to do many things together. Anyway, it wasn't too long before Patricia had 7 pink, hairless babies. I think my brother and I were sort of aware that we were witnessing nature's beauty and miracles when we saw Fats and Patricia caring for their offspring, although not long after that we became aware of nature's rather more demented side when we had discovered that they had eaten most of them. We subsequently declared Fats and Patricia unfit parents and put the babies in a separate cage. By this time we were getting a little disillusioned with the whole pet thing, and so I did a school report on gerbils for the sole purpose of announcing that I was giving them away. It worked. A lot of the other kids wanted gerbils, and even my math teacher wanted one for his children. A couple of weeks later, he called me to his desk because the gerbil kept biting his son. I assured him that it wasn't my fault, that gerbils did that sort of thing all the time, and I had not specifically trained the gerbils for combat. Anyway, I said I was sorry, which I really wasn't, because I never really liked my math teacher very much anyway.